I ran the webinar funnel in 2021 and I made $30,000 in 60 days. Maybe it doesn't sound like much, but before that I was making like $5,000 a month. And needless to say, the webinar changed my life and I see that it's now trending again, and I want to tell you what actually happened after I made those $30,000 in 60 days, because everything went to shit, okay? I just quit my job after 2 years of running my business. I decided to go all in entrepreneurship and, ball out of control, right? Like most of you. And after those 60 days, something changed in the Google targeting, because I was running ads. I didn't have a personal brand. I wasn't famous on YouTube. I didn't have Instagram. I was literally relying just on cold outreach to get my clients. So needless to say, like having people come on my calendar was something out of this world, But it took me around 4 months to dial in the webinar. I was on it every day. I was re-recording it every day because it wasn't a live webinar. It was a pre-recorded webinar on Webinar Jam. That's how it used to be back in the days. And I spent probably like $10,000, $20,000 in that time frame to get it going. I hired my first sales rep, and I can't even tell you how amazing it felt when I was in the club with my friend. We were just having a couple of drinks, and I check my Slack and I see a notification from Stripe. My sales rep closed someone for me while I'm out and about doing fuck all. That feeling was better than when I signed my first client. And you know what I'm talking about. When you sign your first client, seeing that first $100 or $500 coming through, it's unbelievable, right? So everything was working out really well, but there was a change in the Google algorithm. And after those 60 days, the next 60 days were literally hell. I had to fire my sales rep. I went into a massive fucking depression. I wanted to end my life. And I just remember walking down the streets in Poland. It was like November, December, January, gray sky during the day, cold as fuck, dry, very fucking depressing. And I had to go and get a job. I went back to a 9 to 5 after I successfully ran the webinar funnel for 60 days. And the reason why I'm making this video is because you are probably seeing new gurus coming out of nowhere promoting this funnel. New kids that never ran a business telling you how amazing the webinar funnel is. And you really have this sense of urgency, of FOMO, to go and try it yourself. I'm here to tell you that you are gonna make a fucking mistake, okay? Not only you will lose money, but you'll make these fuckers richer. And they will just feel like they just won the lottery with a sucker like you who bought their fucking service. Now, I want you to understand that I'm making a big disservice to myself, because I could just literally just pivot right now into the webinar funnel, make this whole channel about how to run webinars, and I could profit off of your ass and make tens of thousands of dollars. But I don't want to do that because I'm a nice guy. I know how it is to be a struggling entrepreneur and seeing all these fucking business coaches lying to you, and you are losing so much money and you just can't make it on the other side. You can't really become profitable. No matter what you try, you are still stuck at $10,000, $20,000 per month, and I want to fucking help you, okay? This is the whole purpose of this channel. Sure, I want you to buy my services, but I also want to give you the fucking facts so you understand what you get yourself into. Now, when you're at $10,000, $20,000 per month, I would say even when you're below $100,000 per month, the biggest mistake that you can make is to think that there is something that you are missing, and if you find that missing link, the whole business is gonna take off, okay? There's nothing like that, okay? There is no funnel, there is no content strategy, there is no type of hook, there is no specific video editing style that you can implement that's gonna change your fucking business. This is what different gurus are selling you based on your insecurities and based on what you feel it's real, but it's not. What you need to do is to figure out, okay, what the fuck do I have? What kind of funnel do I have? Maybe you have the VSL funnel, maybe you have the DM funnel, maybe you have the webinar funnel, maybe that's what you used to start with. Whatever funnel you have, that funnel is gonna take you to $100,000 per month. Like, no questions asked. I can bet my life and my mom's life and my dad's life and my brother and my sister and my girlfriend's life that the funnel that you have right now is gonna take you to $100,000 per month, okay? Because it's not the fucking funnel, it's you. You are the person that needs to tweak the fucking funnel to get it right. For example, I'm working with two coaches right now. I'm gonna give you these two examples because they have two different two different ways to acquire customers, completely different, right? One of them is on YouTube and he's using the VSL funnel. So he has YouTube content, opt-in page, form, qualifying form, then book a call and thank you page. Classic VSL funnel. Another one is on Instagram. He's barely doing anything with YouTube right now. So most of his clients, like I would say 99% of his clients, come from Instagram. And they get set by an appointment setter, and that's it. So one of them has the DM funnel, another one has the VSL funnel. Both of those fucking funnels work, okay? Equally. Equally. I would say the DM funnel works better because of the niche and because of the personality of this guy. But essentially, both of them worked. And the reason why they worked is because for the last 6 to 7 months, we have been tweaking every single week one little bit in that funnel. Either the headline, either the color of the button, either the type of VSL we're running, either the VSL script, the VSL editing, either what's happening after someone books a call, what's happening if someone registers on the form but they don't book a call. So all these fucking fragments we've been tweaking and A/B testing over months. And that's the reason why these funnels work. It's not because of the funnel, because it doesn't work like that. It simply doesn't work like that, and you know it. And people and business coaches are abusing your emotions and your greed to grow faster, and they tell you all you need to do is to run ads to a fucking webinar. It doesn't work like that. Like, the only way or the only reason why I would use a webinar funnel is because I want to experiment with it. But then I would have to have 3 main conditions in my business to be able to do that. First of all, I would need to have a large organic presence. So at least, depending on the niche, at least 50,000 followers or subscribers on YouTube, okay? Then, these subscribers need to actually be engaged. So if you post videos and people do not comment or leave feedback or they don't ask you questions, then you don't really have a community, okay? Personally, on my other YouTube channel, I didn't really have a community. I had maybe like 5-10 comments on my videos because my point was to make sales. I didn't want to build a community. But maybe you are in that situation where you actually have a community and people are very engaged with your content. That's a really good sign that you should try the webinar funnel. 2, you have a lot of money to spend on ads. So if you cannot afford to spend, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't wanna bullshit you and say, yeah, you only need $1,000 to make it happen. No, I think you need to have at least $10,000 per month to be able to build this machine. Because it's not like you're gonna press a button and then ads will work for you. You will need time to crack the code for cold ads, okay? So you need to have at least $10,000 per month to spend on this, all right? So you need to be at least $60,000 to $70,000 per month already to be able to afford this, okay? And then 3, this is the most important part, 3, is to be very fucking charismatic. Because look, I am not the most charismatic person, so it's very hard for me to keep an engaging conversation for like 20, 30, 45 minutes with an audience that doesn't reply back to me. So if that's you, and maybe you're maybe a bit autistic, or maybe you are, let's say, not so confident on camera, I wouldn't even fucking try it, okay? Because you're just gonna burn your money and nothing is gonna work out. But it might be a good exercise for you to learn how to do public speaking, right? Because at the end of the day, you'll be speaking to a camera by reading slides. So these are the 3 things that I would have in check before I would run the webinar funnel, because otherwise it's not gonna work. You're just gonna waste your fucking time and money. Does the webinar funnel not work? Of course not. It's gonna work phenomenally, but it's not for everyone. And this funnel will not fix your business. It's your job to fix your business, and it's your responsibility. It's not an agency's responsibility, it's not a guru's responsibility, it's not my responsibility, it's yours only. And this is the biggest lesson I want to share with you while I'm ending this video. Stop looking for quick fixes. Stop looking for things that are shiny and new. The grass is not greener on the other side, it's greener where you fucking water it. Okay? I ran for 6 years a VSL funnel, and I tweaked it and tweaked it and tweaked it and tweaked it until it was converting perfectly. Actually, I'm lying. It wasn't the VSL funnel. It was a fucking sales page funnel. I didn't even have a VSL. So even that worked. Okay? So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to work with me, there is a link in the description. If you're at $10,000, $20,000 per month and you want to scale the fuck out of your business to $50,000 per month, click it, apply, and let's work together. Peace out.